Sorry. Yes, everybody, thank you guys for joining me. Do you know what? I think there's something going on with the sound here because we're using a new line in. Let me just do that. There we go. That should be fine now. Thank you guys for tuning in. Apologies for the delay. Yeah, people know there's been some issues with YouTube all day long. I imagine it's probably largely down to the fact that everyone's at home, everyone's watching YouTube, and everyone's like streaming like mad, aren't they? So YouTube's been a bit spotty all day long. Took us 45 minutes to get going earlier on the Paddock podcast. Just wouldn't connect. How's everyone doing? How are you all getting along? Everybody safe? Everybody good? Everybody having a good Thursday night? Have everyone had pizza? Why does it always say striker for Sancho? I don't know. I mean, I guess he plays as a forward, doesn't he? He's clearly a winger, but, you know, it is what it is. Turn the sound up. Oh, is the sound low? Do you know what? Again, because we're using something I haven't used in a minute, I'll put a bit of a gain on there for you. I'll do that for you. 1 second. While we're doing nothing. I mean, we're doing something, I guess, aren't we? Let's do that. How's that sound? Is that better? That should be better. I think that's better. Let's just check it again. It is on. Just put it up a little bit more. Righty then. Hope everyone's, like I said, having a good day. Let's get into the Sancho news then. So, I think it goes without saying, he's absolutely smashed it this season. 21 appearances, 14 goals, 15 assists. You'd be happy with that if you was playing Sunday League, wouldn't you? Nightmares. According to the Evening Standard, United are ahead of Chelsea and Liverpool to sign Sancho, and officials at Dortmund are trying to believe that are starting to believe that he's going to return to Manchester, obviously on the red 3 quarters. Supposedly United are leading the race for Sancho, with figures at Dortmund increasingly believing that he's going to join United. United are ready to make him the most expensive signing in the club's history. I do think it'll be in excess of 100 million if he does come. Dortmund are setting their asking price at 120, which apparently has put off Chelsea. But let's be honest with this. Chelsea have just signed a rate load of wingers and players in them sort of positions with Pulisic, with Ziyech. They've already got Hudson-Odoi. Like, I reckon Sancho wants someone to go, listen, mate, there's the number 7. There's the right wing spot. No one's coming near you. Happy days. So Jadon supposedly favours a move to MUFC and is excited by Solskjaer's youth-heavy revival. United are encouraged by early efforts to sign the player. That's according to The Mirror. If there is any other competition for the guy's signature, it seems like Chelsea are the only real competitors. I've seen people linking him to Liverpool, but I just don't think that's the Liverpool sort of signing, to be honest. I think he'd be a great addition. If they was going to try and replace someone like Salah right now, that would be a scary prospect if they replaced, they had them two sort of dovetail in for a little bit and then moved Salah on and allowed Sancho to take into that role. That would be a terrifying prospect, but I just don't think that's what they're doing, to be honest. And I don't think that they can compete in terms of wages in what United will offer. So it is what it is. Someone saying sign Messi in the comments. Shut up, you div. Getting a timeout. Have some of that. I think, yeah, someone's in the comments here now saying, we need Sancho badly. Imagine him, Rashford, Marshall, Mason. What an attack that would be. Yeah, absolutely fantastic, innit? So, mega. For me, Sancho, one of the most exciting players I ever saw at youth level. Hands down. Fantastic. Unbelievable. Brilliant footballer. Dynamic. Brave. Confident in his own ability. As you've seen what he's doing in the Bundesliga. Sensational. I think he's going to start to do that on the international stage. Mint, innit? If we did sign him, I think that would be a real statement of intent. And I like the methodical nature at which Ollie's gone round and sorted out what's going on. So he looked at what we did last season. If you looked at our defensive record last season, it was shocking. And he's gone, right, well, we need to improve the defence. Bosh, defence improved. It's not perfect, but it is improved. And he's gone, right, okay, what's happening in the midfield? Right, well, we're definitely short in midfield. I can definitely see the reasons why he would want different midfielders. And he's going, right, all right, let's have a look at these midfielders. Let's get Bruno Fernandes in because we're not creating enough from midfield. Bosh. bring in a striker, someone who can hold the ball up, someone that may be happy being a replacement striker. Bosch will have some of that. The most obvious position for United to sign somebody now is right wing. If you go, boom, Jadon Sancho, have some of that. And then you can... I hate using these as a comparison, but it's probably lazy on my part, but it draws the narrative that I'm trying to get you to see. It allows you to look at what other clubs have done very recently and very successfully, and then look at how it might work for ourselves. Everyone took the piss out of Liverpool, dodgy keeper, dodgy defence, and he went, yeah, we'll have some of that. There's Van Dijk, there's Alisson, and everyone went, they were good signings. Yeah, that was a good signing, that. Are United going through that same sort of phase? I think they might be. I actually think that they might be going through that same sort of phase where they bring in that sort of player. We would be filthy next season with Sancho. I like it. I like it because so many times when we talked about that City attack, you go, right, I'm going to mark these three. What the hell do we do with the rest of them? That's what you need to have as a club. That's what people look at City and they go, I don't know who I'm marking. There's just loads of people here that can hurt us. And I like it. I like having multiple threats. When there's one guy that you need to shut up, you can shut him up. When you've got multiple, you ain't doing that. A Bayern legend told Sancho to snub Chelsea and Man United to move to Bayern. Well, of course he did. A Bayern legend isn't going to say, don't come to Bayern, go somewhere else, is it? That's like me as a United fan saying, don't sign for United. Well, why would you do that? Are we really saying Sancho is a striker? No, Cam forgot to change the thing, but he is a forward. I think Pogba has a big chance of staying because of the virus. What do I think? I don't think it's down to the virus as much because I think the transfer window at some point will open and the negotiations will go on as and when for that. Should I plug my laptop in? The transfer window will open and will operate as normal, I imagine. I think he's more likely to stay because no one wants to pay the money for him. Sean says, can we buy those hats anywhere? These? You can. What I will say is, let me just check if it is in the description. The link is not in the description, but I will put it in the description. Or if you go to stretfordpaddockfc.bigcartel.com, you can get them all there. You can get loads of Paddock merch on there. These hats have been pretty popular, actually. So if you like them, crack on. Who else do I think we should sign, Steve? Well, at the minute we're writing some videos, obviously to just fill up the the weeks of no football, and I'm going to go through every single position where I'm going to look at, like the shortlist that I do every summer, every transfer window. I'm going to look at five options for every single player, for every single position. So even we'll do one on goalkeepers, and we'll talk about De Gea staying as a possibility and all that sort of stuff. Cats on Cat says, hi Stephen, didn't know about your channel, but thank you for the great content. Oh, didn't know about the channel till this season. Oh, thank you very much for it. I'd rather have Ronaldo. Okay. I actually wouldn't at this stage. I think I'd rather have Sancho. Do you think it'd be unfair that Fred loses his spot once Pogba gets back into the team? Yeah, I do actually, because Fred's not the one kicking off looking to move all the time. He's settling in, he's doing his bit, and he's putting graft in, and I really do like that. Would I rate Chiesa over Sancho? No, I like Chiesa, but no, I would go with Sancho ahead of him. Who would be plan B if we didn't get Sancho? Again, we'll be looking at all of those. Make it a debate over Zoom. Each person needs to debate for certain players. Yeah. Well, we used a different app today, but it's pretty cool, wasn't it? If anyone watched the Paddock podcast, apparently 1080p on it is coming soon. It was only 720, but I really like the features on it. So I'm going to stick with that. I think that's a good little option for us, especially while everyone's working remote, because it means that anyone can host something, and I think that was pretty cool. I would take St. Maxim if we don't get Sancho. I'd like to see a bit more from him, to be honest. I think he's a good little player, but I don't know if he's Man United level. How many signings am I expecting us to sign? I don't know. I think it'll depend on outs. Yes, Traore could be an option if we don't get Sancho. Yes, I would absolutely love that. I think you need people with character, and I think that's what you got to get. Watch United versus Arsenal on MUTV. Buzzing. there was some talks about getting Odegaard from Real Madrid. Yeah, I saw those. Again, I think that might be a tad soon from him. I would like to see more from him a little bit. I think there's, for a midfielder especially. Gavin says Sancho's numbers are fucking mint. You're not wrong, kid. Why would Sancho move to a Europa League team with prawn sandwich plebs over the Champions League and the yellow wall? Don't fire shots. Keane was right. So I don't know which fuckwit this support or who this fuckwit supports. We signed Zlatan and Pogba with Europa League. Now that might be an issue being in the Europa League for some small clubs. I'm assuming he might be a City fan looking at his profile. Should we have a look? Can't click on it from here, can we? No, I can only see his name. I'm assuming he's a City fan just looking at the profile picture. But if you support a small club like Manchester City, who, if it wasn't for the Sheikh's billions, would be Wigan Athletic, then it's hard to understand why a club with such prestige and honour and reputation like that of Manchester United would come and attract players. But the fact is, we do, and we will continue to do so. And it sucks that you support a shit club. That's only relevant because you got money poured into you. How does that make you feel? Traore is great, still a bit inconsistent. I think he's been pretty consistent this year. Sancho, Ndidi, Grealish, Werner, Bellingham, plus a centre-back would be a mint window. Yeah, and I think you might have to wake up, mate, to be honest, because I think that's an outrageous window. That's a £300 million window minimum, innit, I reckon. But yeah, what I'm going to say is we will be doing a short list, 5 players, 5 options. That might include academy players, that might include players already at the team for every single position on the pitch. But I am going to wrap it up there very soon before I go. And I'm wrapping it up because of this clap that we're doing for the NHS at 8 o'clock. So I'm going to dive off and go and join in with that lot. And I'd encourage you guys to do the same as well. We are on our way to... What? Apparently the last time United were relevant, it was had prestige, it was a Busby era, mate. Take your fucking head out your arsehole, will you? Right, before I bounce, we are aiming for 1,500 Patreons. That is our target to be able to keep going for as long as this madness takes with the with no football. If we get to 1,500 Patreons, all of the staff are fine and we can keep making content every single day. Double upload day today. Also going to go on Twitch a little bit later once we've done the clap for the NHS. Also going to be doing a little bit for the Patreon Mathis, a little bit tonight. So that's 4 videos that we're doing today, plus 1 for Paddock, plus I did 1 for McCullough. So we are keeping well busy. So if you want to support all that we're doing, either check out the merch, or just check my Twitter for it, because I tweeted it earlier, or check out the link below for Patreons. We've got over 1,000. We're nearly at our best ever, but we need about 1,500 to be able to keep going with everything that we're going. Finn Harris says, shout me out. There you go. There's your shout out. So cheers to everybody that's recently jumped in, because loads of you have, and I can't thank you guys enough. And cheers to everybody that's about to come and jump in. And if you are a new Patreon, I will see you over there probably about 10 o'clock-ish tonight. I'm going to go do a stream once we've got this stuff out of the way. And then I'm going to do the little bit for Patreon as well. And on Saturday, we are doing a pub quiz. So get a pen and paper and come and join us ready. And I'll be giving some prizes away as well. Darcy in the comments there saying, I'm a Patreon supporter. Fuck yeah. Yes, lad. Loads of Patreons in the comments as well. So everyone check it out. Ask any of the Patreons why they do it and if they'd recommend it and all that sort of stuff. But listen, I got to bounce. I'm going to go do this thing. Cheers for checking us out. Stay safe, everybody. Go and give the NHS a big round of applause and all that sort of stuff. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Laters.